बेटियों में कुपोषण खत्म हो, उनकी शादी की सही आयु क्या हो, इसके लिए हमने कमेटियां बना की रचना की है। उसका रिपोर्ट आते ही बेटियों की शादी की उम्र के बारे में भी उचित फैसले लिए जाएंगे।
The committee that the Prime Minister talked about during his Independence Day address is a 10-member task force. Headed by former Samata Party President Ms. Jaya Jaitley, the committee includes Member Health at the Niti Ayog Dr. Vinod Paul and several secretaries to the Government of India. The remit of the task force was to examine the correlation between age of marriage and motherhood, keeping in mind health, well-being and nutritional status as well as higher education of girls and young women. Although the task force's findings and recommendations aren't public knowledge, there have been reports in the media with quotes from unnamed government officials. The Hindu reported that the report was submitted to the Prime Minister's office in late December or early January. According to the press release, the report was to be submitted 5 months before, on 31st July 2020. The proposed objectives behind the move are that it will result in parity in the marriage age, decreasing the infant mortality rate and maternal mortality rate, since the risks of maternity decrease after the age of 21 as claimed by the report, discouraging child marriage, promoting higher education amongst women, enabling women to get into the workforce. Many activists have argued that these objectives can't be achieved by raising the minimum age of marriage. Notably, Young Voices National Working Group, formed in response to the task force, published a report in July 2020 refuting this. 96 civil society organizations were involved in drafting the report, which, based on surveys of around 2,500 children, adolescents, and youth from 15 states, says increasing the age of marriage will either harm or have no impact by itself unless the root causes of women's disempowerment are addressed. The Law Commission, in its consultation paper from 2018, has argued that having different legal standards contributes to the stereotype that wives must be younger than their husbands. The Commission recommended that the minimum age of marriage for both genders must be set at 18. According to the United Nations Children's Fund, India is home to every third child bride in the world, with more than 100 million getting married even before turning 15. The report suggests that these numbers are also associated with families from lower income backgrounds. In such families, women are seen as a liability, and educating them is seen as a risky thing, considering they might choose to marry someone of their own liking. The recommendations made by Young Voices National Report are: this can only be remedied by educating people and empowering them to opt out of such rigid customs and practices. Similarly, with early motherhood, instead of the state mandating a late marriage to discourage teenage pregnancies, providing quality sex and sexuality education might be a better long-term solution. Since child marriages are prevalent even now despite the long-standing laws criminalizing them, there is no evidence to prove increasing the age further would act as a deterrent. The report also quotes a young person from Jharkhand saying, "If a girl has voting rights at 18 years, then why can't she get married at 18 years if she wants to? Why increase the age to 21 years?" These arguments clearly did not change the task force's mind. On 11th January 2021, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan came out in support of raising the minimum age of marriage for women to 21. He stated that he wanted this to be a matter of debate and that the country should reflect on this.